What's up, farming family? How y'all doing today? Today, we're going to be talking about the Neonic Flow Prime X. I've already talked about the Flare Prime X, which was a really poppy wide body paddle. This is their hybrid shape. I'm going to be getting into all the specs, the pricing, because they're going to have a Black Friday pricing right at launch day, all the way up through Black Friday. So stay tuned for the value for your money part, because that is a key factor in this paddle. But I do have a discount code for them that stacks with the Black Friday deal. It's Farmer. It'll give you 10% extra off if you use that at checkout. But yeah, let's get into this review, y'all. All right, first thing I want to talk about with this paddle is the pop. Now, when I reviewed or reacted to the Flare Prime X's ability and how it feels, I said it had a really good amount of pop. This one doesn't have as much pop. That's primarily due to the thickness of the paddle. This is a 16 millimeter versus a 14 millimeter. This one is definitely an upgrade in pops compared to a lot of the Gen 2s that are currently out there right now. But this is not going to be like a Gen 3 or the Gen 2.5s, like I like to call them, how they've got the extra foam along the edges. This is basically going to be an upgrade from their original Neonic Flow paddle in terms of pop. So if you had the original Neonic Flow and you're wanting something with a little more pop due to the fiberglass in the middle of this paddle, or in the middle of the face, I don't say in the middle of the paddle, give people the impression that the core is fiberglass because it's not. But yeah, this one definitely has more pop than the original Neonic Flow. So if you're wanting something that's, a slight upgrade from that and you're wanting to stick with Neonic, they have finally dropped it for you. But in terms of power, this one is definitely up there in terms of power for the hybrid shapes. I'd probably put it in the top 10. This is, once again, if you have any Gen 3s or Gen 2.5s, which are also Gen 3s technically, that have the extra foam, they're going to hit way more powerful than this. But this is up there in terms of the Gen 2, paddles that are on the market in terms of power. I'm sure y'all can hear these cows around me mooing. It's calf having season. All the cows are out here having babies right now. But yeah, let's talk about the control and not talk about the lack of control these cows have for their babies mooing. But yeah, control wise, it's going to be a lot harder to control than your regular Neonic Flow that you played with. But it's going to be a lot easier than the Gen 3s that are currently on the market. In terms of controllability compared to everything that's on the market in terms of control paddles all the way up to the poppy powerful paddles, this one would be right in the middle of the road in terms of control. Most people are going to be able to control it. It might take some people a little bit longer than others, but if you played with a Gen 2 paddle, I feel like you're going to be able to upgrade or go to this, and it's not going to affect your game too much at all. Now, when it came to the RPM of this paddle, it got 2,066 RPMs. Anything above 1,800 is going to be good. This should be the shortest area of my whole video, realistically. Anything over 2,000 would be considered top tier, in my opinion, or according to my stats. But yeah, spin-wise, top spin, slices, chops, anything you're going to do is not going to be a problem. Let's get on to stuff that matters a little bit more, because realistically, these pill ply paddles are going to be around the same area in terms of RPM. Say that like 3 times in a row without getting tongue twisted. I messed up the first time. The swing weight of this is 112. That is at the lower end of these hybrid shaped paddles. There are some wide bodies that are around the 108, 110 range that are getting pretty close to this. So lightness wise, you're going to be able to whip it around like it's nothing. Well, almost like it's nothing. It's still not going to be as lightweight as the wide bodies, but compared to some of the other hybrids that have come out in the past, they're in the 115, 116 swing weight. This is going to appear and feel lighter to you. And in terms of the overall static weight, it was 8.1 ounces right out of the box without anything added. But I always add an overgrip right after that. Never fails. I always use the ADV felt tax on literally everything. Now, in terms of the twist weight, it was 6.21 for the twist weight, which is kind of low, compared to other hybrids that are currently on the market that have a 6.7 or 6.8 twist weight. But what those paddles have are generally a little bit higher, swing weight to make the twist weight a little bit higher. So with this one being 112, you can have lead tape, here and here, and it'll bring it up to the 115, 116 range and bring you to a threshold you're going to want for, a hybrid shaped paddle. So the twist weight's a little bit low right out of the box, but I feel like you can make up for it with a little bit of lead or tungsten tape. Now, in terms of sweet spot, this definitely has, in my opinion, a pretty good sweet spot. It's not like one of the top tier sweet spots, on the market or anything like that, but it is a pretty good sweet spot for a hybrid shape. I do feel that the lead and the tungsten along the edges will help sort of widen that sweet spot out some. But yeah, overall, I'd say it's above average sweet spot in terms of everything that's currently on the market right now. So when it comes to value for your money, here you go, y'all. They're having that Black Friday deal from the day of the release, which is right now if you're watching it on the 19th, all the way through Black Friday. The paddle's $140. It goes to $112 with their discount code. Then if you use the code FARMER, it will get it down to $100 for this paddle. Stupid good deal. This could be one of the, best deals of the year. If this was a full, current constant price for it, this paddle would constantly stay sold out easily. But yeah, as soon as you're watching this review, if you don't jump on it, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people that are jump on this, and this is going to sell out. This is a really good paddle, and yeah, there's nothing else left to say. If you've enjoyed this review, drop your opinion down below. Let me know what you think of this paddle. And if you haven't played with it and then you purchase this paddle, please come back in a couple weeks and let me know. But until next time, stay safe, have a good day, drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.